Name of institution is Srimati M.D. Patel Institute of Physical Science and Research, Anand. The lecturer name is Dr. Rajiv Gupta. The course name is MSc Organic Chemistry. The semester is first semester. Subject is Organic Chemistry first. The subject code is PS01 CCHE22. Unit number 1, which is stereochemistry. In this lecture, I am going to discuss on the topic of topicity and pro-stereoisomerism. So this is the acknowledgement and reference from where I get this presentation and designed this presentation. Topicity. Here topo means place. In Greek language, the topos means place. In earlier part of stereochemistry, we learned about stereogenic center, where we also learned chirogenic center, chiral axis, chiral plane and other things. But in this lecture, I am going to talk on other aspects of stereochemistry, where we see relation between ligands attached to stereo center. If the attached ligands are homomorphic in nature, so we have that type of compounds or molecule which may contain a center or a carbon atom or a site on which at least two ligands or two groups or two atoms will be same or homomorphic in nature. So we will see relation between these two homomorphic ligands, which are shown in this image. These are X and Y. These X and Y are homomorphic in nature. So we will see relation or topic relation, a place type of relation in these type of compounds. These type of compounds can be converted into chiral compounds, or this center could be converted into chiral center or stereogenic center if we substitute any one of these homomorphic groups from any other ligand or group. So what are homomorphic groups, ligands or atoms? The groups, ligands or atoms which are in isolation look the same or superimposable mirror images of each other are called homomorphic groups, ligands or atoms. So observe these molecule. In this molecule, where the four groups are tetrahedrally arranged to this central carbon atom, so these both methyl groups are homomorphic groups, or we can say a type of identical ligands or identical groups. Similarly, these both hydrogen atoms are homomorphic atoms. Means if we put these two groups, these homomorphic groups, uh, in isolation, means if we separate these two groups from the remaining portion of the molecule, so we can see that these will be superimposable mirror images of each other, means both will be exactly identical. So these are called homomorphic groups, ligands or atoms. In case of atoms, they must be of same element, example two hydrogen atoms or two bromine atoms, as we have seen earlier. If we isolate the two hydrogens, then they are same. and superimposable to each other, hence they are called homomorphic hydrogens. So in this case, in the above molecule, these both hydrogen atoms are homomorphic when we isolate these two hydrogen atoms from this molecule. So we can see that these both are mirror image and superimposable, so both are homomorphic. In case of groups, the same type of phenomena should present, means in both that groups the constitution and configuration, means the constitution means types of atoms and sequence of bonding of atoms, and their spatial arrangement should be exactly similar. So these two groups will be homomorphic groups, like two methyl groups or two phenyl groups and so on. They are called homomorphic groups. Now, what is the topicity? It can be defined as geometrical or stereochemical relationship between homomorphic groups, ligands, atoms, and structure of the molecule. Means with structure of the molecule, we show a specific geometrical or stereochemical relationship between these two homomorphic groups, ligands, or atoms. Different types of relationships are possible for homomorphic ligands, groups, and atoms. These two types are homotopic and heterotopic. In homotopic, we can uh, cleave uh, uh, this word into two parts. The homo means same and topo means place. Homo means same and topo means place. But in heterotopic, hetero means different and topo means place. So what we understand from these 2 points, that both the places for both the ligands, or we can say the environment for both the ligands, are same in case of homotopic, but in case of heterotopic, the environment or place for both the ligands could be different. Ligands cannot by itself be called homotopic or heterotopic. In order to use these terminologies, a comparison with other homomorphic ligand or ligands present either in the same molecule, internal comparison, or in a different molecule, external comparison is necessary. Two criteria are used to decide whether the ligands groups are equivalent or not, means homotopic or heterotopic. So we use two criteria. First one is substitution addition criteria, and second is symmetry criteria. So these two criteria has been used to determine the topic relationship of homomorphic ligands. So first one is homotopic ligands. Two or more ligands that are identical when viewed in isolation, but individual replacement of two identical ligands by another gave rise to identical molecule, then they are called homotopic ligands. See, two or more ligands means, on if we consider a tetrahedral carbon, then on that carbon atom directly attached groups will be homomorphic. Their number could be two or more, which are identical or homomorphic when viewed in isolation, as we seen earlier how we see these ligands in isolation. And when these individual ligand, means any one ligand, will be replaced by any other ligand which is not present in this molecule, then it gives identical molecule or identical configuration. Means if these two ligands, any ligand is substituted or replaced by a new ligand which is not present in this molecule, then these all formed structures two structures or three structures will be exactly identical. So these type of ligands are called homotopic ligands. So the criteria first used is substitution addition criteria. In this substitution addition, first we remove that homomorphic ligand from that molecule, and then we add a new ligand which is not present in that molecule on that same place. So it is called substitution addition. Two homomorphic ligands are homotopic if substitution or replacement of first one, means that first one ligand, homomorphic ligand, and other, that second or third ligand, by different test ligands leads to homomers or identical products. Means many structures, means two structures or three structures we will get will be exactly identical or homomers. So these type of ligands are called homotopic ligands. See this structure. This is tetrahedral carbon which is attached with two bromine atoms and two hydrogen atoms. Now we have to check topic relation between these two hydrogen atoms, HA and HB. So first we replace or substitute HA using deuterium. Then we get this configuration. In place of HA we get deuterium, and in second part we replace hydrogen B in place of hydrogen A. Instead of hydrogen A, this hydrogen B is replaced with deuterium. So if we compare these both products, these both structures, then we can say these are exactly identical. These are superimposable compounds. Both are superimposable on each other. So both are homomers or identical. So here HA and HB are homotopic, or both have homotopic relation. Now check this molecule. This is allene. In allene, these two hydrogens we have to check topic relation in between. These two hydrogens are replaced with these X atom. Then we get these two structures, and these both structures are superimposable on each other, completely superimposable. So both are identical or homomers. So here HA and HB have homotopic relation. Now check the relation between HA, HB and HC. If we replace all the three one by one with fluorine atom, then we get these three structures, and these all three structures are exactly same, exactly identical, exactly homomers. So these three hydrogen atoms are homotopic. Now check these two, HA and HB. First replace HA using deuterium, we get this structure. Then in second part we replace this HB using deuterium. Now these both structures are identical exactly. How these are identical? Suppose if you rotate this first structure, first product, by 180 degree in plane of the paper using this axis. See, this is the axis, and by this axis if you rotate this molecule by 180 degree in plane of paper, then this deuterium will go to this side and this hydrogen comes to on this side, and this carboxyl goes to here and this goes to upside, and this OH here and this OH here. So we will get exactly same compound, identical compound. So actually though these both are homomers, identical products. So these two positions HA and HB means we can say these two places are homotopic, means same type places, means the environment, chemical environment of HA and HB is same. Now see the second point, homotopic phases. So first we have seen homotopic ligands. Now come to the homotopic faces. Faces means the two faces of pi orbitals, pi molecular orbitals. We know that in double bond the pi molecular orbitals are situated like upper side and lower side, top side or bottom side of a molecular plane. So in this pi system we see two faces of these one pi bond, which contains two lobes, upper and downside, uh, in this structure. So two faces of a pi system or a double bond are homotopic if addition to either face gives same or identical product. So a alkene is shown here. It is the top face of this alkene and this is the bottom face, or we can put is it like side by side, where it is front face and it is back face. We can use any terms, top face, bottom face, or front face or back face. So top face we are viewing top side lobe of the pi molecular orbital, and from bottom face or bottom side we are viewing the bottom side uh, uh, lobe of this pi, of the same pi bond. Again in as well as we see in alkenes, these top face and bottom face we can observe in carbonyls. So in carbonyls, where a carbon oxygen double bond is present, where the one bond is sigma bond and another is pi bond. So here we can also see the top face and bottom face, front face and back face. So now we have to check topic relation between these two phases. So suppose we make a chemical reaction of this ketone with sodium borohydride. So this sodium borohydride will reduce this ketone into alcohol. So if it attacks from top side, this hydride ion, actually it is a hydride generator, hydride ion provider. If it attacks from top side, then we get this type of configuration where H remains and on top side, and this carbonyl oxygen get reduced as OH and goes to this side. But if it attacks from back side or bottom side, then this hydrogen will present at this side and this oxygen will go upside as alcohol. So these both configurations we get. So if we observe these both compounds, both structures, so these are identicals, means both are superimposable on each other. So both are homomers. So what we say, the face in this carbonyl, in this ketone, in this acetone, these two faces are homotopic faces. Both have homotopic relation. Again we can check in this alkene where we make this reaction, addition of Br2. This is an anti-type addition. So in this addition we can see that these both formed products are exactly same, are identical or homomers. So this phase in this ethene molecule is, both phases are homotopic. Now come to the symmetry criteria. Till now what we are seeing, we were seeing substitution addition criteria. Now it is symmetry criteria. Using this symmetry criteria we have to use some symmetry elements like axis of symmetry element, plane of symmetry elements and other things. So first we see homotopic ligands. We are going in the same sequence. First we are seeing homotopic ligands, then we will move to homotopic phases. So two homomorphic ligands are homotopic if they can interchange position by rotation around CN axis, that is n number of folds, axis of symmetry, n number of folds rotation. Generally we use C2 axis of symmetry. Generally C2 axis of symmetry highly used to check the homotopic relation between these two homomorphic ligands. So we have to apply this axis of symmetry. Suppose if axis of symmetry means Cn axis of symmetry or C2 axis of symmetry is applied, it means our two homomorphic ligands are homotopic. Okay, if it is not applied, then these will not be homotopic. So how we apply this? We choose that axis. We choose that axis in that molecule where by the rotation of 180 degree, suppose we are choosing C2 axis of symmetry, then we rotate this molecule by 180 degree angle. Then by 180 degree angle, these both hydrogen atoms, suppose these are both are homomorphic, these both hydrogen atoms should replace each other or should exchange each other. Means Hb should go to at the place of Ha, and Ha should move to at the place of Hb. So that Cn axis of symmetry, that C2 axis of symmetry we have to choose. So here in this tetrahedral carbon where two methyl groups and two hydrogen atoms are present, we are choosing this axis of symmetry which is passes through in between these two sigma bonds. When we rotate it by 180 degree angle, then Hb goes to Ha, Ha goes to Hb. So what is axis of symmetry? When we apply a rotation operation around the axis with a specific angle less than 360 degree, then we get equivalent configuration, which is exactly same configuration with the first one. So that is called axis of symmetry. So here when we apply C2 rotation, so we get this as a product structure. This structure is equivalent to structure 1. This structure second is very equivalent to structure 1. So we can say that here C2 axis of symmetry is applied. So it is applied, so we can say that these two ligands are homotopic to each other, because we can see here that these two ligands are replaced are exchanged their positions, and the molecule is very equivalent to the first one. So H and Hb are homotopic ligands. So it is the symmetric criteria to check homotopic ligands. So here we can also check these homotopic ligands. Now here we are choosing this carbon double bond carbon axis, and by rotation with 180 degree angle we get equivalent configuration. So H and Hb are homotopic. Now check the topic relation between two faces. Two faces of pi system are homotopic if they can interchange phase, result in same structure by rotation around C2 axis. So here we are checking the topic relation between two faces. So here the axis of symmetry or the line should pass in between these two faces, means in the middle portion of these two faces, and we apply that axis of symmetry where the molecule should be similar to first one. So we are choosing this axis, carbon carbon double bond, which are going in between to this carbon carbon double bond, and this C2 axis is actually parallel or situated in the plane of the molecular plane, is situated in plane of the molecular plane. So when we rotate it by 180 degree angle, so by this rotation this methyl and hydrogen goes to here over here, and this methyl and hydrogen goes to over this side. So we get very equivalent configuration. So these two faces of pi bond or pi system are homotopic phase. Now check in this cyclic ketone. In this cyclic ketone we are choosing this axis. This is cyclopropanone. When we rotate this these wedge hydrogen atoms, which are shown here as red color, in red color, goes backside at wedge, and these wedge hydrogens comes to this wedge side or top side, and we can observe that these both molecules are exactly similar type, means equivalent. So this phase, this carbonyl pi system two phase are homotopic, both phases have homotopic relation. Now we can check these things using these practical techniques, NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy technique. We can check homotopic hydrogen. If the hydrogen atoms in a molecule, suppose we are doing 1H NMR, proton NMR, in this proton NMR, if the hydrogen atoms in the molecule are homotopic, then they are chemically equivalent. As I said earlier, means the places of both the atoms are exactly same, means their chemical environment is same. So these are chemically equivalent, and we know that the hydrogen atoms which are present in same chemical environment, they give only one signal, hence they will resonate at same chemical shift values. So on this chemical shift value, these will show only one signal. So here in dichloromethane CH2Cl2, both hydrogen atoms are homotopic. So for this molecule, only one signal will be shown in this NMR spectra, and in this molecule both the methyl groups are same type, or we can say that this phase, this carbonyl pi system two phase is homotopic to each other. So when we rotate this molecule, this methyl goes to here and this methyl goes to here. So actually we can say that these all six hydrogen atoms, all these six hydrogen atoms are equivalent, chemically equivalent. So here we get only one signal in NMR spectra, only one signal, but the signal intensity is high because the number of hydrogen atoms are high. Now the summary of this homotopic relation: between homotopic groups and phases, no differentiation is possible either by enzyme or by NMR or by human being, because they are homomers or identical. So in homotopic groups, we cannot differentiate by any spectroscopy method or any other methods. So topicity is what we learned, top homotopic groups and phases. Substitution addition criteria, how we check? By making homomers or identical compounds. Now how we check symmetric criteria for these homotopic ligands or groups? We apply C2 axis of symmetry. Generally we apply C2 axis of symmetry. Now the reactivity of these different homomorphic groups in these homotopic relation, no differentiation possible, means both homomorphic ligands in homotopic relation will show same type of reactivity, same type of reaction. So there is no differentiation. Now heterotopic ligands, this topic I will discuss in next lecture. Thank you for listening the lecture.